Well, Ace Makashule's case puts the ANC's internal processes on trial and may have some serious implications for the governing party. How will this legal showdown tip the ANC's scale of power, especially with local government elections coming up? Well, to get a better sense of what if, we've roped in political commentator and associate professor at Wits, William Gumede. Prof. Gumede, thank you as always for joining us. There's a lot at stake here. It's not just about Ace Makashule getting his job back. It's really about the heart of the ANC right now.
No, absolutely. I mean, this is an unprecedented case. The ANC General Secretary, the second most powerful person in the ANC, taking on the ANC itself and taking on the ANC's own constitution, the ANC's own rules and decision. I mean, it's, we haven't seen that. We've seen, of course, in the past, ordinary members and sort of low-level leaders taking on the ANC in court. But this is really unprecedented. Essentially, what we're seeing here, two things. Ace Makashule is also he's challenging the National Executive Committee of the ANC's rule that those under corruption investigations should step down. And secondly, he's also calling for his own reinstatement. And I guess thirdly, he's also opening up the divisions in the ANC. What we will see is he will expose it. Very, very clear the divisions between himself and his faction and the Cyril Ramaphosa faction.
I think what's fascinating really to see this playing out is we really get insight for one of the first times in the ANC's history about the internal groups and the internal factionalism within the party, which was always kept very secret and was never usually exposed.
No, absolutely. I mean, the ANC has been, for the last couple of years, keeping, the things inside the house, so to speak. And I think for the first time, the public and ordinary citizens and members of the ANC will really see, the inner divisions of the ANC, how the ANC actually work. I mean, even during the Zondo Commission, we didn't really get a full picture. I mean, we got a bit of a glimpse how the ANC works. But I think now through this court case, we will really see how decisions are made, who has the power in the ANC. It's going to be exposed for the first time. This is a historical moment also.
Well, the first order of business that the judges will have to sift through are the groups within the party who have applied to intervene in the case. And those are really from the RET Ace Makashule camp. Can you tell us why you think they've applied to enjoin the case?
Yes, the court case is now also being used really also, of course, to mobilize support, and so it's not just Ace Makashule here, and that is why there's so many other groups associated with him who are part of the case, because there's also a show of strength. I mean, in the past, of course, shows of strength have often been in the streets, but because we've got COVID-19 now, it's very difficult to mobilize, thousands of people on the court steps or outside the court. So, it is now, they're now showing it through, supporting the court case.
The stage outside, you probably didn't see earlier, but there was a mobile stage outside with lights. There were supporters dressed in ANC T-shirts. They'd come from Mpumalanga. Who do you think's paying for all of this?
Yes, clearly, I mean, some of these supporters with the kind of money, have put some money in and bringing supporters. But I think we will also see now, once you're out of a position like the General Secretary job, it's very, very difficult then to mobilize supporters because, in the past he has used the office of the ANC, to bring together people. And I think it's very, very difficult. So the old traditional way of bringing people, bringing the numbers, busing people in, very, very difficult now. It doesn't have the official status. But secondly, also COVID-19 makes it very difficult, to bring people en masse together. So very difficult for him to show, whether he has mass support within the ANC.
If Ace Makashule does make any sort of statement outside after the court proceedings, surely that goes against the sanctions that were put to him as part of the step-aside rule.
No, it will, and he will definitely make a statement because what is happening now is not just the court case; it's an open fight now. The court case is just a proxy for that open fight. So it's a fight between him and Cyril Ramaphosa now. It's a direct fight, and I think he will use what we call Stalingrad methods. So every method possibly to attack Cyril Ramaphosa, to weaken the authority of Cyril Ramaphosa. And clearly, when he's going to use the stage outside a court, to try to show that his case is politically motivated, and that Cyril Ramaphosa wants to get him out, and it is not an anti-corruption fight, but it is a sort of a political fight.
Yeah, I'm sure that whatever the ruling is, there'll be some sort of appeal that'll go all the way up to the Constitutional Court, as you call it, the Stalingrad approach, which former President Jacob Zuma used. It means you go from door to door to door to try everything to try and stall, almost gerrymander the political situation. Well, that was Professor William Gumede, Associate Professor in the School of Governance at the University of Witwatersrand. Thank you so much for your time, sir.